Today, we're getting on board a helicopter in northern Norway out over the open sea to reach the remote island of Værøy, part of the stunning Lofoten archipelago. Come along with us. Welcome to Bodø Airport, northern Norway, Arctic Norway, where we're about to take a very special scheduled helicopter service operated by Lufttransport over to Veroy. We've been told to come here to this gate to wait in order to watch a video before we can get on board. So looking forward to seeing what's on that. And if you saw the Tokyo plane spotting video, you will recognize Sophia, who's along for the ride, being my sidekick for this video again. Excited to go to Lofoten?
100%.
So the helicopter we're flying today is the AW139, the Leonardo. It's Italian, also manufactured in the US, and it can fly over 1,000 kilometers. That means we could fly to Oslo with this thing if we wanted to. It'd be a long trip. They cruise at about 300 kilometers an hour. Fast enough, but, take a while to use up that full range. It seats 15 people in a passenger configuration like this. They're used a lot for law enforcement as well as a lot of offshore oil and gas transport. There's almost 1,200 of them in service around the world today.
It's quite narrow.
Yeah.
It's a bit like it's even more narrow than those flight attendant seats I used to sit on.
Very narrow, yeah.
We are about to start our trip to Værøy, direct, about 22-23 minutes. Fantastic flight condition all the way. We enjoy the flight.
Thank you.
Any questions?
No? This thing gets pretty noisy. Luckily, ear protection is provided. What's cool in this helicopter is that it can taxi out to the runway just like an airplane does, unlike those on skids which need other equipment if you want to move them around on the ground, like a cart with wheels basically and a tractor to pull it. The gear also retracts during flight, which makes it look that much cooler in flight. We line up mid-runway just like a fixed-wing airplane might, and then we lift off. It is incredibly smooth, and the views just get better and better. The trip is just 53 miles or 85 kilometers long, more or less a straight line out toward the northwest from Bodø. We cruise at an altitude of about 1,400 feet. On the return, we're going to end up doing it at 700 feet, which is even more stunning. There was once an airport here on Værøy that could handle fixed-wing aircraft, but it was only open for 4 years. After a fatal crash due to high winds causing structural failure on a twin otter, it was closed, and eventually this heliport was constructed as the alternative.
Værøy.
Thank you. All right, what a beautiful flight. That was even more beautiful than I expected. And the weather turned amazing, sunny out. You could see the mountains of Lofoten coming in. This helicopter's amazing, thank you. They're telling me to go inside. Now we got to check back in for the return leg. Looking forward to 20 more minutes of helicopter fun. All right, about 5 minutes on the ground here. Time to go back on to this AW139. Looking forward to a little more time on it.
If you want these.
Oh,
Do you want them?
yeah, thank you very much.
For a colleague?
Thank you, that's
No
nice. What
worries.
kind are you?
How long have you been flying this route?
I started here in 2004, so 21 years, yeah. But I have been some back and forth at the air ambulance and some. So, but this is my main base, actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you live here?
I lived here for 40 years.
Wow.
Now I live in Bodø.
Okay, yeah.
So I fly this route for first 8 years, then I have been 10 years at the air ambulance, and now I'm back. And I also freelanced for a couple of years, so I have long experience in this
That's pretty
route.
cool.
Yeah.
Very nice. And have you always been flying this model, or?
Yeah, this and the Airbus 145.
Oh, right. Okay,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah. Cool.
So two different
Very good.
aircraft.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. Nice.
This is what's known as a PSO route or public service obligation. That means it's an essential air route for residents and so is subsidized by the government. We'll put the price we paid for these flights down in the description, but let's just say it's a bargain. And not only did the sun come out, but we're about to do a circuit right around this entire island before heading back to Bodø. What a treat this was to see this place from the air like this. And that is the old airfield. It closed back in 1990, pretty much immediately after the Twin Otter crash, and never reopened.
nice island.
Nice to meet you. Hi, Frederick.
Yeah, hello.
Hi.
Sophia, pleased
Like
to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
the god, you know?
Yeah. All right, that was such a really amazing, beautiful, so much fun, but very quick ride out to Værøy and back. It felt like it was over in a flash. So now I just want to get back here and fly more helicopters around northern Norway. How did you like it?
It
Sophia?
was beautiful, especially the departure was, the nature is so impressive. I've never been, so that was incredible.
And they did a little tour of the island,
Yeah.
I think just for us.
Maybe. I mean, we spoke to the pilot a little bit before we got on the way back, because I don't think it's necessary very often that people fly there and fly straight back.
Yeah, that helicopter was full of regulars, people that just live out there or here and need to commute back and forth. So our interest was noticed.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, highly recommended. Very affordable too. I guess it's subsidized because it's mostly for people who live out there. And yeah, do it if you come out here.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Definitely recommend.
All right, so we'll see you next time. Thanks for coming along in Bodø. I'm Gabriel Lee, and this is
Sophia.
no surname. Okay. Tschüss.